Now, let us discuss the question answers given in your exercise, that is on page 189. I will be keeping this concept map so that we can relate to the answers directly from here. Question number 1. Mark the following as true or false. Now, first one, cigarette smoke is bad for health of not only the smoker but for others. Yes, right. If you are talking to a person and that person is smoking, obviously you are getting affected, aren't you? You get that smell, you are not able to breathe properly. So we are also, though we are not smoking, we are getting affected due to the other people. So it is correct. Second one, almost all urban areas show low levels of air pollution. Urban areas means the areas of cities and towns. Is it showing low air pollution? Wrong. This statement is totally wrong. Urban area shows more air pollution than rural areas. Third one, pollens, bacteria, fungal spores are also pollutants. Yes, they form the type of pollutants which are getting mixed with the air. So this answer is true. Fourth one, ecosystem can get severely disturbed due to natural disasters. Yes, natural disasters like flood, like earthquakes, like forest fires, like volcano eruptions, they can disturb our ecosystem. So this statement is correct. And global warming is the desirable aspect of the intensified greenhouse effect. Now, is it desirable aspect? Global warming is not desirable, but the greenhouse effect is required. So they are saying, is it desirable? Do we want that? No. So this statement is wrong. Question number 2, answer the following. First one, what adverse effect does ozone depletion have? I had told you during the explanation, where is ozone layer present? Ozone layer is present just where the atmosphere is ending, and that atmosphere is covered by the ozone layer. The ozone layer function is to stop the ultraviolet rays to come on the earth. And the effect, if the ozone layer have holes now, what will be the effect? The direct effect will be on the human beings, animals, plants. So the human beings will be having some type of skin cancer or some type of abnormalities because of the UV rays. Question 2. What are the different laws to prevent pollution? Now 3 laws are given by the government: the Water Act, the Air Act and the Environment Act. So these 3 acts are made and laws are made which are controlled by the Pollution Control Board of India or Maharashtra, and they are seeing that it is implemented properly or not. Question 3. Who implemented the law related to pollution? Just now I said Central Pollution Control Board. This is the agency, or this is the government agency which implements the law. Question 4. Which are the main sources of water pollution? So here is the answer. The sources of water pollution are so many: the natural, man-made, domestic sewage, industrial waste, radioactive waste, oil spills, thermal pollutions. So that's why I have kept this flowchart so that you can see the answer. Question 5. How do biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste cause land pollution? Biodegradable means which can be easily converted into or decomposed by bacteria, and non-biodegradable means which cannot be controlled or decomposed by bacteria. So non-biodegradable, number of things are coming: plastics, polythene bags, then thermocoals, then the things which are not decomposed by bacteria is glass. So so many things, rubber. So these things are not getting decomposed by bacteria or any other microorganisms, so they remain in the soil, and that causes the soil pollution. Question 6. Name 2 causes of global warming. Now global warming, 2 causes is increase in the pollutants. So what are the pollutants which are increasing in air? Carbon dioxide is increasing, sulfur dioxide is increasing, then oxides of nitrogen are increasing. This is the first reason. Second reason, these gases which are as pollutants increasing in the air, they absorb more and more the heat from the sun and thus increasing the temperature of the atmosphere. These are the two reasons of global warming. Question 7. Name 2 diseases caused due to the water pollution. Now you can see there are 5 diseases laid. You can just select any 2 when you write the answer. While learning, you learn all the 5 and then you can write any 2. Question 8. How do you protect soil from being polluted? Now soil pollution is caused by so many waste which are coming from factories, homes, fertilizers, biomedical waste. The only thing which we can do is the human beings have to see that if the industries are giving out too much effluent, it has to be treated first. Even the domestic waste should be separated, biodegradable and non-biodegradable. So if we take care like this, then it can be easily controlled. And all the laws and acts should be followed very strictly. Awareness program should be made, and then only the soil pollution can be controlled. Question 9. Give the definition of pollutant. A pollutant is a contaminated thing which is added in excess in any of the matter, that is the air or water or soil. Question 10. Define water pollution. The water pollution is the pollution caused by the pollutants which is exceeding the limit inside, and that pollutants can be anything right from chemicals to other effluent matter. Question 11. What is radioactive pollution? Radioactive pollution is the pollution caused due to human activity, and high energy molecules or radioactive particles are added into the air or water or soil, and this causes the radioactive pollution. Question 12. Name some monuments affected by acid rain. Now I had given the example of Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is one of the major example which can be seen that the white color of Taj Mahal has reduced to yellowish because of the one of the reason will be acid rain. Question 13. What major harm is done to the human beings by air pollution? So air pollution, this is the harm which is done to the human beings. The human beings' health is affected largely because of the air pollution, and these are the health issues which are coming because of air pollution. Question 14. Give the impact of noise pollution on the human body. If there is a noise pollution, how does it affect us? These are the effects. We can become annoyed, we can become very violent, we can have mental disorder, we can have fatigue, we can have headaches, we can have hypertension. So many things are there which can affect the human beings. Now question number 3. Suggest measures in the following situations. Now these are the measures which you as a student can take, and so the answer should be only I will be suggesting you. What will you do to avoid noise pollution in classroom? Obviously classroom is your surrounding. What you can do to reduce noise pollution? First thing, if you want to talk, also talk softly. You don't have to shout and talk. Do not scream in class. Do not make so much noise that it goes out of your classroom. So these are the things which you can do as a student in your class. Bursting firecrackers in festivals and procession. So if we want to burst firecrackers, we can burst in a very limited number. We should not go on creating pollution by burning the crackers. If you send awareness, if you create awareness among the students, then it will be understood. Otherwise the noise pollution will continue like this. Use of fossil fuels in villages. In villages, what measures you will take in such situation? In villages, the fossil fuels used generally is kerosene, diesel and petrol. So kerosene also creates large amount of pollutants in the air, which is causing air pollution. And so the people of the village can be made to aware that instead of kerosene they can make use of the biofuel, that is the biogas, and that will reduce the amount of air pollution. To avoid pollution of land when you go on a picnic. So when you go on a picnic, it is our duty not to throw the plates, the paper cups, the pieces of paper or the drinks which you have taken or the straw, just always have a bag with you, so that the people with who you go with, they are also collecting all the trash in one bag, and that trash should be properly thrown in one place, not scattered everywhere. The level of air pollution is very high in your locality. What will you do in your locality if the level of air pollution is more? As a student, what you can do? As a student, you can tell the people not to make, use the cars or the vehicles so much. If they are going in one place, one type of place, they can pool the car and go. All the students or the school going children can use cycle instead of going in auto or bus. So these are the various measures you can take from your side as a student. To avoid noise pollution in silent zones. First, what is a silent zone? The zone around hospitals, the zone around the educational institutes are called the silent zones, or the zone around the court. So these are the silent zones where very important work of education or medical assistance is going on, and therefore it is not allowed even to put the horn in this vicinity. So only the people, if they come to know that this what are the silent zones and why it is important, then it will be created a silent zone. So it is our duty to make the people aware what is a silent zone and why the noise pollution should not be there. To minimize electricity consumption at home, what measures you will take? As a student, you can see that if no one is using light fan, it can be pulled off, or if the AC is put on, it should be beyond 24 degrees, so that the average consumption of power is taking place. At your homes, you can see whether too much water is used, and if there is any leakage, it is up to us that we can stop it. Question 4. Write differences between degradable and non-degradable pollutants. From the word, it is very easy to understand. Degradable means which can be decomposed by the microorganisms, and non-degradable means which cannot be decomposed by the microorganisms. So what are the examples? The kitchen waste generally is considered under degradable. The paper is considered as a degradable. The cardboards are considered as degradable, but the plastic, polythene or thermocol or glass, these are non-biodegradable or non-degradable. What are the differences between primary and secondary pollutants? Primary pollutants are directly coming from the sources. That means the carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides. But secondary pollutants are the primary pollutants reacting with some form in the air, and that is sulfur trioxide, ozone. Such type of examples can be given for secondary pollutants. Question 5. Write short notes on acid rain. What is acid rain? When the pollutants are present in the air, it gets mixed with the water of the rain, and when it gets mixed with the water of the rain, suppose we are talking about carbon dioxide, it forms carbonic acid with water. Sulfur dioxide, it forms sulfurous acid with water. Nitrogen dioxide, it forms nitric acid with water. So when this rainwater comes down, it carries along with it these pollutants which have already reacted and form acids, and this is called as acid rain. Also write about the effect of acid rain on monuments, on the water bodies, as well as on the plants and animals. Second, write short notes on eutrophication. Eutrophication means what? The large amount of pollutants are present in the water. When it is present in the water, it actually helps the algae to grow very fast. When the algae grows very fast, it covers the surface of water. And when it covers the surface of water, the amount of light penetrating is reduced, the amount of oxygen which is absorbed by the water is reduced, and it affects directly the flora and fauna present in the water. This condition is known as eutrophication. And last, write short notes on oil spills. Oil spills are the spills which are actually happening due to the accidents or the leakage during the transport of oil from one country to another country, and that oil gets spreaded on the ocean surface kilometers and kilometers. What happens? This oil doesn't allow the oxygen to go inside the water. and it has immediate effect on animals living in the sea or the ocean, and this is called as oil spill pollution. This was about the exercise of this EVS lesson number 14.